And hello.
Hello.
We're back. This is our first live light talk.
Woo.
You sound ecstatic.
You know how long I've been waiting for a light talk? Especially a live light talk. This is my baby. And this is why I'm here just chilling.
I've been saying we should have been doing this live for years. Since 1864. I'm just kidding. No.
And it was 1863 when I suggested it. You said
we're on Twitch, right?
Yeah, Twitch.
Okay.
Twitch,
hello,
YouTube,
Twitch,
Mixer, and
everything.
the other thing I can't pronounce.
You put it under category talk, right? Because Twitch has a category that just says talk.
There's a category for that?
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna learn we're talking about. This ain't no game.
Yeah. No, there's just for chat.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
well, now I know. But
things for the future.
Things for the future. First
Okay.
time let's do it. But what we are talking
nice
about
if you
today.
said that earlier, though.
Yeah.
Like
Too late now. Once we're live, we're live.
Oh yeah, I'm like the only regular Twitch watcher here.
Savage. So
Get out.
we are talking about today is the biggest topic that's been going on this week, and from all of our followers, people have been saying we should talk about this: surviving R. Kelly and Neverland, leaving Netherland. Never.
Why can't you say words?
Never leave.
It's because after a certain time.
He didn't finish speech class.
No.
I went to speech.
After 6 o'clock, like my speech pattern was out the window. Too ignorant.
Well, I could turn my speech on when I'm at work, but I'm at home. No.
No, where I'm at work, you know.
When I'm in that call center.
But
Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Jim.
But the topic is that though, and in all these sexual allegations. So for those who don't know, there's been these aka Lifetime specials and all these other different specials going on. Leaving Netherland, never
leaving Neverland.
Leaving Neverland is the Michael Jackson persona of the whole allegations. It re-sparking back up, and surviving R. Kelly is the full blown out story of the whole him and the kids and the peeing, all that full circle with all these accusations and witnesses. And all this stuff.
My kids, man.
Yeah, we can't step in the name of love no more. So, because he's stepping in the name of the kids now.
He's stepping in the name of the kids.
But any thoughts on this so far, guys? Any thoughts?
R. Kelly was gonna happen eventually, and Michael Jackson looks sus because he was not well in the head, and he thought he was a kid. So, like, I don't think he did anything with those kids. He was just.
He wanted to be a kid again.
Yeah.
He missed his childhood.
I will. What you got something to say? No.
Not at the moment.
I will say this though.
Just making sure I did the right thing with sharing it on my page.
I know I'm usually the person who's like with the black people. I'm usually like, oh yeah, blah blah. It's a conspiracy, this and this. I might say, and now before I say this, I do not support any of the raping and the touching of the kids. I don't support anything.
Of course, you don't do
this whole thing. No,
people nowadays,
no.
Yeah,
we always have that. They're on Reddit right now. I gotta say now before this go on. No, I gotta say no.
Yeah, people don't know better. Nobody.
Yeah, we don't promote any of this of them doing such things. If it's true, we don't support it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This is just opinions of what I think.
Yeah.
So I know I'm all about the conspiracy. Like, oh yeah, it's the white man holding us down and all this and this and this stuff, which is a topic for another day. I might question the whole thing with Bill Cosby, and it might be a back and forth that whether he did or not. But I can tell you this: 137% R. Kelly did. There's no like.
Oh yeah, everybody
denying that. There's no denying that.
I mean, we all seen the video.
Like, there's no.
When you're in the barbershop getting your hair cut. And that's what's up on the
DVD box says Ray Sales in the corner of Yellow Wonder in the showers run.
And all the mothers is like, how come I can't come anywhere with kids? Like, not today, man.
Like, nah, you gonna have to take your kid around the corner.
This is like the day with like the blinds on. It's dark. It looks like a lingerie shop, but it's really not.
They call it the gentleman's cuts.
It's the
gentleman cuts. That's what they call it.
Tonight after 6 o'clock is gentleman's cut, and you're like. Why is it called gentleman's cut? And you're trying to figure out what's the reason behind it. Now the Michael Jackson scenario though.
Keep it saying, guys. Keep going.
No, yeah, we'll keep going. The Michael Jackson scenario though, I feel like and we all know the whole thing with him, and for those who don't know the story with him, Joe Jackson, and him not having his child. I do definitely. You're right. He definitely, to a certain degree, was messed up in the head. That's definitely true.
He bleached his skin like
bleach his skin.
So much plastic surgery. His nose looked like a little.
He had this whole thing. A lot of people don't know this. Michael Jackson had a whole obsession with Diana Ross. So he tried to, as far as a lot of people say, he tried his best to look like her, which in my opinion, I don't know why he would do
Yeah,
that. Because at that time, Mike was like the prettiest man on earth.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my
like
God, when he had his true complexion.
like Thriller. Now,
Yeah.
I know vitiligo played a role and stuff like it.
And he got burned in that one.
Pepsi commercial.
Yeah.
It plays a role and then plays the tone. And then, and a lot of those child stars, like those, especially the Disney stars.
Oh yeah.
There's, I mean, a lot of them usually go crazy, and it's one of those things where it's multiple things. It could be the parents, because your kid's a star, and you're trying. And the best person I can say for that is Macaulay Culkin.
Britney Spears.
Like Britney Spears. Well, Britney Spears, I wouldn't say the child. So now because she's not in that category yet.
No,
but she did. But she did.
She did.
Well, she
go
was
crazy.
Disney child star technically. Remember,
But she's singing
House of Mouse, Dancing Squad.
Yeah.
Her and
Oh
Justin,
yeah. Not House of Mouse. Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse Club. You are right. That was her technically.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Dang, I totally forgot that. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah. Keenan, who starred in a bunch of movies before he was part of all that. And all
That
that
is
stuff.
true. That is
People
true.
forget that was him in Mighty Ducks with the knuckle putt.
I do remember. I do remember that.
Knuckle putt time.
I do remember that. But
and of course my favorite, Doogie Howser.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name from Charlie's Angels?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, yep.
What's the name from Charlie's Angels? She had
Cameron Diaz?
No.
The Asian chick?
You talking about old school?
Drew Barrymore? No, it wasn't Drew Barrymore.
Oh, you talking about old?
Yeah, like
Drew Barrymore then. It's Drew Barrymore.
I said when you said old Charlie Angels. Old Charlie Angels means 70s Charlie.
Yeah,
Angels.
there's
not,
that.
Not Charlie's Angels from the 90s.
For some reason, totally Spies
somebody
popped in my head.
was a kid star. She went crazy too.
But my thing is,
Because
like,
Hollywood is Illuminati.
But because of that, the childhood trauma, a lot of things get misinterpreted. Michael Jackson probably had the worst case.
And they said Hollywood might, like, people saying, like, Hollywood has, like, a kid touching problem. There's, like I don't know, pedo.
Right. It's almost worse than, like, the whole thing with the reverends and stuff. And all
So,
this stuff.
you know what the other issue with the whole Mike thing is, though?
What?
That a couple of those accusations, there were real issues with, like, the very first one. First of all, the kid came out and the kid lied.
Oh yeah. Like a lot of those when they're showing the testimonies, a lot of these kids, like you can tell.
Their parents coached them because they wanted to
Exactly,
because Michael Jackson was rich.
Like me and the discussion me and Goat had earlier was he was saying that like if you're seeing if a kid apparently is traumatized something, wouldn't you be kind of like
the way you act there,
the way you act about it?
The kid's all nonchalant.
He's like, yeah, he touched me. He's like, where he touched me? Yeah, here. Like you don't.
You can tell his parents told, okay, son, when they ask him the testimony, say he touched you over here, and the story sounded like.
It was highly coached.
Like coached, it didn't sound natural. Like the way he was,
I know that situation all too well right about now.
And at
coaching.
and honestly, at this point, like the guy's dead. Michael Jackson's dead. Just it is what it is. Like now, like my opinion, like I understand. Okay, this is one thing I do understand. I understand with a lot of like, and this goes into like the Me Too movement and all these other different movements, which have good and bad sides to them.
What happened was Me Too started legitimate, then a bunch of like lying women started like messing.
Exactly. Now, does that mean I don't support the Me Too movement? No, that means I don't support it. It just means it's just best example with Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. The initial purpose was good. Actually, for those who don't know, a couple late last year, the lady who started Black Lives Matter came to our hotel and they did a whole press conference. And one of the things they were talking about, because I mean, you only know from what you watch in the news.
Yeah.
Like, what the initial movement was, is good. Like, yeah, we're trying to stand for what's going on in the world with Trayvon Martin and all these different stuff. But the issue is, once somebody takes something and use it for their own benefit or use it for a bad. That's like me saying, that's perfect example. That's like war now. Like, Muslims and all this stuff, or different races are they're killing people, but they're like, oh yeah, we're doing it in the name of God, or this and this. Like,
or money or land.
Now you're making it seem like this is acceptable to do.
Yeah.
Just the same thing with the Black Lives Matter. Like I destroyed the store because Black Lives Matter. Like if you go back to the
most of the businesses they were messing up was black, so that was ironic.
Right. It's ironic. And the crazy thing about it, I have a couple friends that live in that area and stuff. A lot of people that came there for the whole Baltimore riots and everything, they weren't from Baltimore. No. They were just people.
They just want to wreck shit. That's all.
Right, and of course the news sees it, and they're trying to turn into this and this. Like, oh, well, you see this, a minority is doing this and this, and all this stuff.
I told you that N-word was guilty. See?
Right. Exactly. And that makes bad for us. We already got a bad rep now, so they're trying to hype it up. Yeah. And with all,
the problem is people when they see race paradigms, they only see white. The thing is, a lot of races look down on us. It's not just white.
Oh yeah. All men as a whole.
The thing is, people just look at white. Like we have a narrow vision when it comes to that. Like our focus is on white, but it's like a PR thing.
I think part of the reason for that has something to do with like the way they broadcast us on TV, which is not helping because we're still constantly sort of promoting it.
You should see how Asians think of us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Didn't we try to have a light talk about that didn't exactly go well because you couldn't stay on topic?
No,
that's a whole other story.
That's a whole other story. But just like that, the Me Too movement, the whole accusation, I'm glad people are finally coming up about saying, oh, this guy raped me or this guy did this. Because I understand, like, when you're in that position when you're making all this money, you're afraid to say anything.
But this is the worst part. There are more false accusations than real
right. And that's what makes those movements seem like a joke. Mm-hmm. Is it a joke?
It's the bad apples.
That's the bad. Yeah, that's what anything. The bad apples ruin. That's just like, for example, say if I give you an excellent example. So say I work at Costco, which I used to do. You pass out food. Food is technically free. Now, people don't take things into consideration. People get, how you say, greedy. You would think in your head, get one sample. Be grateful for what you get. But people like Joe Schmo, or even me, I do it sometimes. I'm not going to lie. I'll be like, you know what? I won't come here 3 or 4 times.
Right.
And now you're abusing it.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with all these different things. It started out like, okay, now we're coming up. Like now all of a sudden, like with something like this, now you're going to come up all of a sudden be like, yo, Mike did this. I'm like, at this point, you're not going after Michael Jackson. You're going after the family. And the family has nothing to do with it.
And the money, they just want the money.
Yeah, the family doesn't have anything to do with it. I understand going after Michael Jackson. But he's already, at that point, you got what you want. The guy's dead. Yeah. You can't get beyond it. Just let him die.
Yeah.
Let him die.
Right.
Let him rest in peace.
Well, they want to ruin his legacy, so they're kind of like killing him off the whatever.
Right. And this goes into a whole, and now if you're talking from a black perspective, I mean, yes, you got Bill, you got Mike, and now we're getting R. Kelly. But what about all these other people that have been with all these accusations that you don't hear about? Now, that's a whole racial thing, but that's a topic for another day. The whole racial, how there's more of us getting taken down versus other people. I'll leave that alone for another light talk.
No, Africans come here and don't like
exactly. That's a whole another light talk for another day.
They don't like American blacks, so it's funny.
But I was watching something the other day. The FBI's didn't do, like, they were saying, like, we probed the heck out of that place. They were in the whole thing, like, we probed it, we recorded everything. There is no evidence. And hearing that from the FBI, FBI tried to plant lies. Yeah. When they can't put evidence on somebody, you know it ain't hasn't been done.
Right. They have all types of forensics.
Yeah.
And black lights and all types of like.
Yeah, if that couch was white and that's a black couch, that's an issue.
And usually, if they feel like it's necessary to plant something, they gonna plant something.
Yeah. Like
but they didn't find a plant.
Right. They find nothing.
They ain't had nothing to plant.
Yeah. Yes, I probably agree that he probably slept in the same bed with, but whether or not he did something to him, I doubt that.
And only a few kids who look like they were coached, like they were fine at first, and years later, like nothing. I mean, it does happen, but the way the kids looked, like, like, oh yeah.
And now you're gonna bring it up now, and it's funny because if it was that important to you, it got brought up, right? Yeah. And that was the time to bring it up, and all of a sudden, 10 years later, after this happened, you bring it up again. After he's dead, because now Mike is a hot thing now. Yeah. After he's dead, because now you have Circus Delay, the Lanuba thing. You have all these Michael Jackson specials, the movies, This Is It thing, all this stuff. They're using his stuff to make stuff. Now the families make money. It's like, I want my settlement. You getting your settlement. Everybody gets a settlement. That's what everybody's fighting for now. Just trying to get settlements.
Yeah, everybody want a piece of the pie. They ain't had nothing to do with this, right? Well, at the beginning, they did. But after that, he made his money his own way.
Somebody asked, what about Usher? So what now I'm lost there.
I'm trying to remember.
I know there was like a herpes thing. I know that. Yeah, Are you talking about that?
Herpes.
That has nothing to do with this accusation thing, though.
Let me double check and make sure ain't nothing new.
But while our search team of search here finds out, we'll come back there. 'Cause the only thing I know about Usher is the fact that he had like a disease. I don't know if it was AIDS or herpes or something like that.
Herpes.
And he passes some chick. That's what you're talking about.
Allegedly passes to that chick.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
That's all I know about. As far as that go, I don't know anything about that. Now, did anybody see the CBS thing? The CBS thing?
Come on, who hasn't?
R. Kelly.
Seen it. It's all over
So
Twitter.
for those who don't know, there was a CBS special that premiered I think 1 or 2 days ago, between yesterday and a couple of days ago. Him with Kelly on the interview. I'm not gonna lie, I shouldn't be laughing, but I died laughing the whole time. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like the whole thing.
Oh, just so you know, he actually went to go get a dismissal on the whole herpes lawsuit thing. Apparently,
So it settled out of court.
most likely.
So most like he just paid out money and it was done.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
He's like, woman, you got it forever, but I paid you, right?
And he said, "Let it burn." And that was it. And that was it.
Don't worry, it's seasonal. It goes away.
The more you know.
Right.
I saw that joke coming a mile away. I almost said it myself.
You know he wasn't playing Confessions.
Right.
Part 1 or part 2. You know he wasn't playing that.
I can't.
But that R. Kelly interview, I think at the point, like, I want to believe him, even though I know it's not right. But at the same time, I think he's at a point now, he's backed in the corner. Because now, like, there's so much, like, this is the thing that gets me about people. Criminals and everyone in general. If you got away with it, just leave it alone.
Just shut your mouth.
Yeah, just shut your mouth. Like, you got away with literally murder. And then, and back then, with you and Aaliyah and all this stuff, there was so much proof that you did all this stuff.
I don't know how
you
he got
away
out
with
back
murder.
then. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like black people thought he was guilty then. Like, it wasn't even like a white...
But it's a thing.
It's like OJ. Like, it doesn't matter what race you are. You know he did it.
Yeah, you know he did. I mean, the juice man did it.
The glove doesn't fit. Oops. The glove doesn't fit. Oops. The glove doesn't fit. And you're like, oh, see? It doesn't fit.
After the 20th time, the glove now doesn't fit. That seems right to me.
Right.
But, I just feel like all these different accusations that need to come to a halt. Either say it and get out of the way and do what you gotta do. Don't make a whole thing where, like, now we're just gonna attack everyone. But
you know how it's fake? The Me Too, the thing is, the real ones, they actually file police reports. Usually the fake ones, they go to Twitter and say it, but they don't say it to the
and you know the whole movement
and a false accusation will put a you know, you might go to jail for it. So if the real ones actually go to the police.
See, I never even thought about it. That's a crazy loophole. I never thought about it.
Yeah, hold up.
Wait, what's going on?
Apparently, if this is
Are you talking about the bail thing? Are you talking about that?
Apparently, R. Kelly is asking Bill Cosby's publicist for help.
Wow, that sounds like a joke, for real. That sounds fake.
Where is that? Down TMZ site?
That's what I'm trying to see now. I'm
that
like,
sounds
that
so
doesn't
ridiculous.
sound right.
It sounds, yeah.
But wait, even coming up on BET Network.
Speaking of that, did y'all know what happened? I don't know.
Bill
Everybody
Cosby wants to help R. Kelly and prevent another lynching of. That's coming from BET. So that might actually be a real thing.
Oh man, and that goes into a whole nother conversation about something else.
Entertainment?
Just in general, just the whole that goes into a conversation about the boule. But I'm not even going to that because they're listening to me now. I ain't going to even go into that right now. Yeah.
Keep those rainbow wafers out of this.
Hey man.
But did you hear what? I don't know if you know. You know, R. Kelly got put on bail the first time, right? Do you know he got bailed out, right? Do you know about that?
Yep.
So for those who don't know, a couple weeks ago, R. Kelly got bailed out by I guess either a fan or somebody.
What rich fan has that money?
So this lady owns a restaurant. It's I guess a well-known restaurant within that area, and the bail was like $100,000, and she bailed him out.
Wait, doesn't R. Kelly have that money?
No, that's the thing. R. Kelly doesn't have this money, and everybody thinks he has all this money. He has no money. With all these different, think about how many settlements he's been through over the years, not including what's going on now. Think about it.
Wait, he still does a lot of money from royalties and stuff and property value. And all
and this goes in.
He's the Michael Jordan.
Well, okay. Here's the thing about a lot of people don't know, and this is this brings up a contractual.
Yeah, this is the conversation we had earlier.
We actually had this earlier today. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand. Like, people get so caught up in just trying to figure out, like, especially these new people, just trying to get a record deal. They don't actually read contract. I was actually BET, and of all places to mention, they actually mentioned a whole thing about what goes through with the contract. And one guy was saying like when he first got with P Diddy was gonna screw him over, and we all know P Diddy screwed over a lot of people making the band. Yeah. It's like day 28, 26, all those people. Danny Kane, and we know that.
That
for
name
sure.
is terrible. Danny Kane. That name is terrible.
Right. But the thing is, you gotta think of it from a lot of people say they're a bunch of savages, but at the end of the day, they're just doing a job. It's a business. It's at the end of the day, it's all just a business.
Their job is get as much out of you for the least amount of.
Exactly. So they can get more money because that's his job to do. And what it is not that they don't want you to succeed. It's just they're just doing their job. If you don't say nothing,
they'll take advantage of you.
They'll take advantage of you. And the guy...
That's why all good, like when you're a high level, they all have agents and lawyers.
One of the producers was saying when I was watching the thing, he was saying like, P. Diddy was literally giving me close to nothing and like royalties and this and this. And he went up to P. Diddy and was like, yo, I want this and this. And P. Diddy was like, I'm not mad at you. Here we go.
No.
Like,
you know why? He was famous enough where if he threatened to leave, Diddy's like, oh shoot, that's revenue going out the door. So he knew if he didn't do anything. Now, if he was washed up, Diddy was like, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah.
Right.
It's all based on how if he was washed up and wasn't going to sell anything, P. Diddy wouldn't have done that. Like, let's be honest here.
Right. Yeah. Right. He'd be and drop another album. He's like, and you know, in every agreement, he's like, I'll give you this record deal, but I have to be in the back of your music video. I have to be in the back of it.
Matter of fact, in every video that you do, I want to be sitting on the couch so I can do the Diddy Bop later.
Actually, it's funny. Oh, sorry. It's funny you said that, the Diddy Bop. Actually, so you remember I told you about the Rey Mysterio story?
Yeah.
There was another one that came on about a guy named Diddy. And the first thing he did was the Diddy Bop. And they looked at him and laughed. He was like, man, you wild. And just walked away. he's like, to this day, I'm still embarrassed I did the Diddy Bop in front of Diddy. And my dog was like, Dad, you're embarrassing me. Man, I remember when, he's typical uncle. Man, I watch you, Bill. I remember when you did Diddy Bop and he did it. And he was like, you're funny. You're wild, man. Just walked out. And he's like, man, you embarrassed me in front of Diddy.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
But,
oh man.
But honestly, all these different things. I think R. Kelly should go to jail. He should, again. he definitely should be locked up. He definitely should be locked up.
Do it once and get away with it. You're supposed to learn your lesson.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
And Mike, I'd say they should just leave it alone. Now, people want to say, Vince, you're biased towards me because I'm a huge fan. This has nothing to me being a fan. And for those who don't know, when it comes to me looking at things, whether the person is right or wrong, I always try to look both sides to everything.
Yeah, and for a while, I'll admit, for a while, as much a fan as I am, I, for a minute, really believed that he did it. And
because it made sense. Like, he had a terrible childhood. He hung out with kids.
Right. And then suddenly you had all this stuff coming out of woodwork. You had people sitting there, like, people who are close to Mike going, nah, the stories that they're telling is not the truth. This is how Mike is. This is what happened. And then out the woodwork, one after another, oh, all that? Yeah, I was paid to say that. Da-da-da-da. Oh, nah, that ain't never happened. This, and this. Like, yeah, no. It's just, at that point, everybody's already cleared the man. Why?
What do you want? Like,
why?
And the FBI cleared him. That's the thing. The FBI cleared him.
And the feds don't clear nobody.
Man.
Like, they don't clear nobody for nothing.
I mean, I know Michael Jackson's light is me, if not lighter, but even I can't get away with that.
Wait. Toss me that pillow.
Like, even let's check the complexions. No, I'm not bright skin.
You're about 2 shades left.
Oh yeah, I'm not bright skin. Like bright skin. Actually, if you were bright skin, you'd be standing behind us in this wall here, and I wouldn't know you was there.
Hey, the FBI couldn't find any Russian collusion. So.
Right. Right. But I think at the end of the day, I think R. Kelly, based on that interview with him and Kelly, and I'm not gonna lie, some of the things he said when he said "I believe" and he held it up. I'm not gonna lie, when R. Kelly was just saying everything, I thought he was singing the whole time. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was singing. When he said "I believe," I was like, I swear if he says "I believe I can fly," I'm done.
I mean, what's the?
I hog tie, girl. I don't know what hog tie.
Hold on, wait. What's the chances that somebody told him that they were actually shooting Trapped in the Closet Part 16 right then and there, and he just believed it and was actually...
Stop.
I'm just saying.
Oh, you know how bad this R. Kelly thing is? So let me tell you what I listened to on the way up. You would actually appreciate this.
Okay.
So there was a DJ. I don't know what DJ came on. He went on the radio today, and of course he was playing Baltimore Club. And this is on the way up. This happened literally on the way up for me. I listened to the radio. I was like, oh, he's like, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And he went this whole thing. And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, you want to hear the new R. Kelly single? And I was like, everyone's like, and the radio guy's hyping it up. And you know, with all this stuff going on, no one wants to hear R. Kelly because they're literally taking stuff down from iTunes and all this stuff. And they're making sure he ain't getting nothing. They're trying to cancel his concerts. Yeah. He ain't getting nothing. Right. So what I'm hearing is like, dude, is they really doing this on the radio station? And then I realized it was a joke. So they made a remix. They turned a club song into the interview. Oh my god! So they played sound bites from the interview and played during the club mix. And I was freaking dying.
Okay, tell me you found a way to record that while you were driving.
No, because I was in the car. I was in the car and I was like,
you can look it up and it's probably on YouTube somewhere.
It's not on Shazam, but it's a Baltimore club mix, so you never know how that.
Yeah, Baltimore club mixes don't make YouTube right away.
No, somebody has to record and be like, oh, I found it.
Because a lot of that stuff, that's original makes.
Right, and he probably did that on the fly with samples and stuff on his machine. And you figure that interview happened 2 days ago, so he's literally just doing that on the fly. And the mix lasted for like a minute and a half, and I was just dying in the car. I was like, he's like, hog time, hog time, hog time, hog time. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. They ain't taking my money. It was going in. I was like, I was going in.
I bet you the guy, even though he called it as a prank, he started feeling his own stuff. He was like, yeah.
And it lasted for about a minute and a half. I was like this. I'm done. I'm done.
He was on the phone.
And then afterwards, they cut it. And then, because when they were asking people, you ready to hear this R. Kelly mix? And people was like, after this whole incident, I don't know if I want to hear it. It's like, you ready? And they kept hyping. I was like, I feel like they're about to get this radio station shut down. I thought they were going to play like Step in the Name of Love or something. Right. Or play something else. And then once I heard, I was like, what is going on? I was like, R. Kelly got a new song? And it made it sound like R. Kelly had a hit single. It was just this guy making up a song where they were going. And they were playing all the ignorant lines from the thing. And the scene when he was crying, they were playing now in a loop of him crying. And it went with the song. And I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. No chill whatsoever.
I hope they do it again soon.
I was listening.
I need you to record that.
For those who's wondering, it was on
before you continue,
from 95.5.
Before you continue, for those of you wondering what that is poking out the side, it's a mic. I don't know if I'm turning it the right way or not. But, that's why. That's whatever.
It's whatever. It's whatever.
Screw it.
Leave the mic alone.
You leave the mic alone.
But at the end of the day, he's gonna be done. But that means at my parties I can't play Step in the Name of Love and be DJ. I can't play it no more. For a while I used to play it almost every party, at least once or twice, because the old lady, can you play Step in the Name of Love by R. Kelly's? Not R. Kelly's, R. Kelly's. Like he's a plural name. I was like, okay, Grandma, I'll play it for you.
Grandma.
Side the hip. Look at my hip, and then that's it. And I was like, I can't play that song no more. I usually can't play after that.
Oh, I guess you're gonna have to start playing Headbang.
Grandma's going, can you
If an old lady starts doing that, I'm done. I start packing up. I'm going home. It's like, we're not done the set. You can keep the money. I'm going home. I just start packing up.
Can you play something from Red Hot Chili Peppers, please? What's up?
Actually, that I can see.
Under the bridge.
Actually, you know what's funny?
That California.
Actually,
can you play the Usos?
Actually, it's no. Actually,
that would throw me off.
About 4 years ago, I did my first country party. That was the first time he ever doing country music for a party. So my neighbor, he's redneck. Cool people. Shouts to Austin, by the way. His mother was having her birthday party, and he was like, "Can you do this?" And me, I'm the type of person like, if there's money involved, I won't make it happen. Right. I know a little bit about country.
You gotta get so many country songs.
I download every country top 100 list I can think of. I had over 300 songs worth of country that day.
Yeah, you were prepared.
I still have it on my computer to this day. And I was playing everything.
What you doing?
From under the sun.
I ain't noticed. I went live.
But we're already live.
But don't pay him no mind. But I had to play everything underneath the sun.
But we're already live.
Don't pay him no mind.
But we're already live.
Leave it alone.
But we're live while we're live.
But they're like, can you play that underground shit? They're like, what do you mean?
No, I played everything from Dolly Parton's. I went in.
Okay, play that song.
Garth Brooks. I went in. But I went in though. Well, I guess he's gone.
So I don't like that. Can you play I don't like that dark chocolate?
You know my son. So he's out of the root right at the
apparently.
It's like, can you play that?
Apparently.
But then his mother at the end of this, like I played some Elvis. You know, they all like Elvis. But then she was like, "Can you play Metallica for me?" I was like,
yeah. "Oh yeah, yeah."
I was like, "I got you."
A lot of country people listen to metal.
Yeah, but it just threw me off. It just really threw me off. And the rest of the day, I was like, "Oh, she just wants rock music." So I started playing that Bon Jovi. I went in on everything after that. But
the world I love.
You wonder what I'm doing? We don't pay. We're not paying sponsors. I'm sorry.
But
I'm not paying anybody.
Oh, luckily for you, this is generic water.
Who cares? It still has a person's name on it. It's a company.
This says refresh.
But
that's still a company somewhere.
But I guess y'all want to wrap this up now, because I guess we got all of it out of the picture.
No, R. Kelly.
R. Kelly what?
Oh, that's it. That's all I want to say. R. Kelly.
Well, in conclusion,
but
I
my
guess.
Kids.
Watch out. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Based on definitely hide your wife. He sing one high note, and that's it. Well, not anymore, but back then that was it.
Back in the day when
Back in the day, like
his voice was cracking during the interview when he got real panicked.
Oh yeah, you know what's funny when he started paying, he undid his shirt and like this, like I was like, oh my god,
wow. That reporter was just like in shock, like wow, this guy's career is over. And she was like this. She was just sitting there like.
That was the most professional. Like she didn't really haggle him or anything. She was just like. You're screwed, man.
I know, right? You doing
the entire interview.
He was waiting for somebody to read his lines for me. You're my life.
Oh, remember, like I don't know if his agent or his bodyguard came. He was like, "Yo, calm down." Like, remember he came.
Like, you need to. I don't need a tissue. I don't need a tissue. He started yelling.
That snot bubble sitting right down there.
But one thing I will say, R. Kelly did it. Michael Jackson probably didn't do it, and he didn't leave him alone. He's dead. Yeah. I mean, you don't get more revenge than that at a point. Yeah. Sad to say it like that. And at that point, you're just attacking his family. Yeah. You're not even attacking him anymore.
I'm gonna say this. Oprah.
Oh yeah, because Oprah.
I know you have more than enough money to kill me, but I'm a measly flea to you, so you won't probably even hear this. But if you somehow do, I just want you to know 2 things. One,
what did Oprah do?
Because she's actually the one who brought all this up in the first place.
Oh, I see.
Well, no, somebody brought it up, and then she went on a whole thing. And this is one of those things where she went back. She went back on what she said. She's like, now that I saw leaving Neverland, and I feel like this needs to be said.
You can't. The thing about documentaries are biased. People don't realize that,
and that's the issue I have. A lot of people don't know that. And at the end of the day, it's just people trying to get money. Yeah, that's all it is.
But Oprah, you've been in the business for way too long. You've been in the game for way too long. You done had, I don't know how many people try to take you down. Clearly, you know what the both of them are going through. Granted, still, R. Kelly did it. But still. Yeah.
Honestly.
In the case of Mike, though, in the case of guys like Cosby, who obviously are being railroaded because they were trying to do something positive. Morgan Freeman.
I don't know. That's.
I don't know.
You said God, right?
Yeah, God.
God. Okay, cool.
We can discuss that one later. But
I know the Morgan Freeman thing. I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, but you of all people should know. Like, you shouldn't be jumping on all these bandwagons like that. Like, you of all people, definitely.
I mean,
all
honestly,
he's been around for how long?
If you want to go into it, and I'll just dab it a little bit. When you get into and this goes into that boule conversation I had earlier.
You think she's with them now?
She's been Cosby. He's actually was a part of him, Cosby, Steve Harvey, and a couple of those people. Monique is slowly apart, trying to. And the only reason why I'm saying this, I'll say this, and I'll leave this alone because I'll save this rest for another light talk. After this, I'll leave it alone. So there was a recent thing. So I don't know if you know this. Long story short, Monique, in a sense, got screwed over by Netflix, right? Did anybody know about this?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and she didn't get the money she wanted.
She didn't get enough money, and of course
that was for that stand up she did, the prison one, right?
Or something like that. I don't know exactly what she was doing.
She wanted her own special, but they wouldn't pay her the money that she thinks she deserves.
Right. Okay. And in my opinion, when you're in a situation where nobody really pays attention to you, nobody pays attention to Monique. You had your moment in Soul Plane and all the others. No one pays attention.
It's gone.
It's gone. So if you get anything, you get it.
She gotta be lucky.
Just like the whole Roseanne. Like Roseanne. And now her comeback was actually pretty good. Like apparently she had a huge call when Roseanne came back and had good ratings from what I was told. Mm-hmm. I haven't watched it, so don't quote me on it. But one that I know after she did that thing, she's not working no more. She's screwed. She just sits at home and turns the TV off. According to what she said in the interview. But all those different people like that, like the whole thing with Monique. And I was watching when Steve Harvey, because she came on Steve Harvey's show. And Monique was crying like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I'm going to call, and it was a nonchalant insinuation of things. Because they're on live TV, so they can't really say certain things. And it was one of those things where blah, blah, and Steve Harvey was like, man, we'll make sure this, you just got to understand, you got to play the game, and da-da-da-da. Like, he kind of went on the subject, but kind of got out, and I was like, oh, this is the other stuff I keep talking about, where you basically, you work for this, and you just learn to keep your mouth shut, and no matter what happens, you got to act like it's normal.
Yep.
All this back, and hence why all these weird stuff where you hear Terry Crews saying, whoa, somebody did this to me, and everybody's like, yo, Terry Crews, you're this big buff dude. This is... So I did.
No, it doesn't mean... No. It's not a physical thing. Somebody threatens you, like, I'm going to ruin your career, so you better touch me.
Exactly.
Of course, Terry Crews can beat the guy's butt.
Exactly.
But
and that's the thing.
Yeah.
People are afraid of losing what they got. And like Dave Chappelle said years ago.
Yeah.
Like, when you could come home, he came home one day, and there was a note in his kid's room on his pillow.
Damn.
And he lives in a house where nobody...
He lives in Ohio in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're telling me somebody can go in your house and do all this stuff for you. What else can they do?
Right. They're showing you a message. Like,
It's a message.
Yeah.
Message. Now, I'll leave that subject alone. That's a subject, like I said, I'll save it for like, that's a whole different topic besides what we're talking about. But
That'd be another level.
exactly. I think the next light talk we'll talk about is black and white relations.
That's tough.
No,
black and everybody else. Because black and white, everybody talks about that.
Multiracial experience. I don't know. Something. I don't know.
Because everybody talks about black and white. Everybody knows about that. You talk about black and other.
Now, wait. I just want to know.
Should we bring Candy back then?
Sure, but no, I just want to know, because you said it. Is this about the contrast?
I'm not going to bring a chart and hear about contrast and show which side of the contract I follow on. With you holding the middle, it's like, we gotta double check if it's with the black people or the white people or not.
I'm this close to the middle.
When are we going to talk about the future 2027 war, the light skin versus dark skin war, 2027?
I don't care what you say, they're all black. Jeez. I posted a picture last week, actually 2 days ago, saying, it said team light skin and team dark skin. It's like, and y'all all the same race.
Oh, dude, blacks are not the only people guilty of that. Asians do that to each other too. They don't like light skinned Asians make fun of dark skinned Asians. It's funny. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah,
but it's everywhere, even in Mexicans. Man.
Yeah. Mexico is big for that. Light skin. Yeah, light skin is only.
But I guess to wrap this up though, we covered a lot of things today.
Did we?
Well, as far as the main premise the message we want to put out, the Me Too movement is double-sided, just like all these other different movies.
Yeah.
Where it's a positive thing, but people take a positive thing and turn it bad. That's what anything. Yeah. Money is sort of the root of all evil, from what we can see.
I know we could do a show.
I don't really think that's a message. I just think that's a way of life.
I think people just don't really understand it. It's poison.
That's called common sense, and common sense is not common. Not my fault.
Exactly.
Dude, you should look up Me Too in Korea. That was funny. Every dude didn't want to be near like a woman, like by themselves with a woman.
Oh my god,
it was funny. Like saw this.
So if they did this, they'd be like,
oh yeah. I didn't really. There was UFC. You know how they get the stage girl be like no like you know the hot stage chick will get your hand.
Oh, the number.
And he was like. He's like, there's a camera. There's no camera. Dudes
with Photoshop, he did more than just that. With Photoshop and After Effects, you can put like.
Oh, it got back to a point. Offices made a wing where they put all the men and then they put a wing where they put all the women. The guys didn't even want to work any women. They're like, I ain't getting falsely accused.
But we learned that. We learned so many people getting accused shouldn't be accused.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that R. Kelly 130% did it. Oh, I gotta say this joke. I've been saving this joke for this moment earlier.
Let it fly.
So, tell me why R. Kelly looks like a wide-faced Tyler Perry.
Wait, what?
Explain that to me. Explain that to me.
About it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you make Tyler a little darker.
I've been saving this for like late. I didn't want to say it early. Okay. I didn't want to say it early. I was going to say it for while we're
it's the hormones in our chicken. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
if y'all don't believe me, Google it. Google the two pictures side by side. I know I'm right.
That's what you know. I'm going home.
Yeah, I was looking at his mugshot today. I was like, yeah, it's a wide-faced Tyler Perry. You gonna dress up Medea next week? He gonna need to hide something.
He probably make more money.
Halloween 2, 3. Wait, it's 3. We're on 3 now. Halloween's 3.
It ain't Tyler Perry trying to stop being the character anyway.
Oh yeah,
he's about to stop.
There you go, hire R. Kelly. There you go.
Well, side note,
he gonna need some money. But on the side note,
yeah, he's actually trying to do that, and he's done. He's tired. I think this is his last play going around, whatever. Hey. So yeah, he might. He can hire R. Kelly. He gonna need the money.
Right. But we learned that
Medea goes back to jail and just is R. Kelly in there.
Hey,
I think that's it.
A little off subject. You guys heard of that Andrew Yang guy?
No.
Oh.
Who's Tapioca? Who's the Chinese food?
It's this Asian dude running for president.
In our country or in a different?
Yeah, in our country. Yeah.
That sounds racist when I said that. Christian gave me a look. He's like, Vince, I feel like you're gonna turn. I'm trying my best not to say nothing racist about this.
He's an Asian dude running.
Yeah, he's gaining a lot of steam.
But he do something wrong?
No.
Is it because he does good math? I'm only saying what Vince is thinking.
I didn't say it. You heard me. I didn't say it at all.
What he's running on is like in the future, like all the robots gonna take over a job, so we got to do something. And then basically his solution.
Okay, when an Asian person tell you that, when an Asian person tell you that, you might have to believe it. I'm sorry, I might have to believe that. Okay, you started it.
And basically his idea is UBI. You guys ever heard of UBI?
Yes.
Explain what that is.
Okay, it's basically in the future they believe barely anybody's gonna have a job, only very few people.
Oh,
so they're saying just that you just tax every corporation like crazy, and you give everybody a fixed income every month. Everybody, regardless.
This is like everyone gonna have organized housing. Everybody's gonna have the exact same house.
No, but it's money. It's money, but not like how. Yeah.
Right. Could you imagine that? Like everyone has the same.
Andrew Yang is talking about $1,000 a month for everybody in the country. Every month.
A month? Just a month though.
$1,000 a month. $1,000 a month. No. Well, it's not happy. But no,
it's robots a month though.
No. Listen. Robots aren't taking everybody's jobs now.
We know, but he's saying the future.
But he's talking about recent, like near future, like give everybody $1,000 a month. It's for supplementary income.
But think about it though. If you're getting $1,000 a month, you're making beyond So we have 12 months, right?
Yeah.
$1,000 a month.
That's $12 a year. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's supplementary. It's supposed to be like exactly.
Can't jack squat no more. get a
everybody's
scooter.
gonna be living somewhere free.
Yeah, but like
well, again, it's supplementary, which means it's still for right now you're still working, but by the time when
that's
that
before
point
the
comes,
T1000 takes my job
and takes your job, you should have
and starts melting all over the place.
Yeah, but by that
and
point, but by that point, you got like let's say 50 years.
But how are we gonna afford that?
So you figure. We better be able to afford with all the money we put in taxes and
no, even then, like, look, I'm being honest with you, like, no, seriously, like, people think but like, Medicare is in the negatives.
Yep.
Medicare is in the
I mean, we still got a huge debt.
Social Security is in the negatives. Negatives, not like, think of your bank.
I gotta turn into a cyborg.
Well, listen, like all our major programs are in the negatives. Like, plus this, like,
Well, we're in trillions of dollars.
Well,
yeah, we're.
Well, here's the real question.
We're 18.
Where's
right
all
now.
Where's all of our tax money going to?
I don't know. It's trying to play catch up or something.
Trump.
With 18, It's 18.
Can't we just get Trump to pay us back all the money?
Nah, we gotta use the slot machines first before he.
Oh, this debt thing, you won't be fixed. You won't fix it in years. Plus, this debt's been
never getting.
That's been racked out through multiple presidents.
Yeah.
That's why most people don't like America.
Yeah.
Oh no, Europe. I mean, you could.
They're like coming over. They hate us.
No,
but they
you
wanna,
can talk junk all month. We're still doing better off than Europe.
Yeah, they want to come over. They won't talk to you, but they still want to come over here.
We're doing better than France. Everybody's like,
everybody's doing better than France.
What's funny? They interviewed this French economist. Like, you know what? I'm actually surprised the economy didn't collapse yet. And he was like, it's like I can see a collapse in the next 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. If we lose just one French fry, that's it.
Wait. So I reinstate. Everybody's doing better than France.
If we didn't have pasta, we'd be screwed.
Even the third world countries that are overly impoverished are doing better than France, and it's only because they still haven't surrendered yet.
Well, no, but the thing is, like they said, like half the government workers. Half of the workers work for the government. That's unproportionate. Like, average amount of government workers is 77% of your country's employment. Yep. But like half your country works for the government. Like, no, most have to be private industry. That makes weird.
But nobody in private industry wants to stay in France
and with
because of the whole what was it, Firestone, right?
Oh, the Firestone stuff. But no, not that. Like, what is that? When you're in a business and you have an employee, you're basically paying him twice, like his salary plus his like all his pension and stuff. Yeah, but like they basically pay him twice, so hiring people is more expensive. All this stuff, like So what they're doing in France is nobody's hiring directly.
Yeah, it's putting a white flag or something.
Yeah, something like that.
That makes sense. But I guess on that note, we need to wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Oh, you guys heard about the... Oh, no, that's...
No, we're wrapping this up.
No, we got to wrap this up. Because that means we're going to go on another tangent that we should save for something else.
The Yellow Vest Movement. Just look that up.
But, thank you for watching the live stream. Hit that fancy like button on the bottom. And ring the bell for your notifications. I keep forgetting. We need to start telling people to do that now. Ring the bell, because that's the new thing now. Ring the bell.
We're live, so we can't do this right now.
Ring the bell.
And I got to go on YouTube and learn things so I can actually put buttons on the screen. It makes it easier.
But what we are going to do, though, in a few minutes, probably between 15 or 20 minutes, we're going to have a sort of like a... Now, we don't know if this is going to turn into a Mortal Kombat thing. Like, because I know MK11 is right around the corner. But for now, we're going to do MKX.
Yes.
Who remembers how to play?
I don't.
And that's the fun part. No one has played it forever. So this is going to be a fun part. I know I do enhances, so that's all I need to know.
And don't forget, it's a ladies' month.
Oh, yes.
No, day.
Today's National
Women's Day.
Listen, they get a month. Trust me.
Oh, yeah, their day is the equivalent of a month. You're right.
It's a month.
Jason's actually right for it.
Other countries are making fun of us. Like, they were doing International Ladies' Day in our country, right? And you see a kid giving... Like the kid and his husband and her husband giving her flowers, and then she's hugging her kid. And they show in our country, they show like the worst feminists ever.
On that note, we need to stop. On that note, we need to stop. But on that note, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe to our channel. If you love the live stream, let us know, because there will definitely be more of this going on. And
honestly, any suggestions you guys give us for subjects matters be greatly appreciated. We're actually racking our brains trying to come up with stuff. So.
Right, and sorry for the delays in between, because it's been an on and off again thing with a lot of us and working and stuff. So we're still trying to bring you the content you love, but at the same time, it's just a new phase.
My life sucks.
Basically.
Man, who you telling, bro?
You ain't got no life. You ain't got no life either.
Reluctant.
But
the saddest part ever. Like, we ain't got no lives.
But on that note, social out and stay tuned for more.
Social
out.
Peace.
Get out!
Get out!
Get out! Get out!